Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our weekly live Monday team community gathering. What an awesome title, right? A community gathering. Isn't that such a powerful thing? I dislike, a meeting. No one wants to go to a meeting or a Zoom or whatever. I think having a gathering, getting together is just really exciting. And it's always so cool to see all the regular faces and new faces as we continue to build and to grow. My name is Michael Swilling, and these calls never last more than a half hour. We do open them up for Q&A. Each and every week we have a different topic, different training. But when there's news, when there's updates, we take this as an opportunity to kind of give like a little inside take. I know there's probably a lot of questions of what was just announced, so we're gonna hit on a few things. But I always find what's the most important thing is, what do these announcements mean to you? How do you benefit? How do you take advantage of this? Because when you see something from the outside, you might not realize that what the possibilities are, what this really is unique, how you can take this information that what was just announced
Mike, you have a
and
double
it
talk.
can, whoops, if everyone can mute, that would be great. Okay, thank you so much. If everyone can mute, we've got some background noise. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so what I was saying is that when you can take this information and really utilize it. So Saturday, well, before we do that, if you're watching the replay down below, there's going to be a YouTube link that says subscribe to this channel. So we're always adding content almost on a daily basis, new videos, updates, information, testimonies. So our YouTube page is now over 5,500 people. And over the last 30 days, I think we've had over 2,500 new subscribers. So make sure you're plugging into everything we're doing. Also, we just started a WhatsApp channel. And I think we're already close to, or we just maybe today went over 100 people on our WhatsApp channel. So if you haven't joined our WhatsApp channel, you'll see in the chat legacyteamgroup.com, legacyteamgroup.com in the chat. You click on that and you'll see links to all of our social media, including WhatsApp. So tonight's topic is what's going to happen, could happen any day now, which is our brand new, what we're going to call is the XosialX All Access Pass, the XosialX All Access Pass. So for those who missed it on Saturday, let me kind of explain the direction we're going and how powerful this is. As any direct sales or network marketing company, to become a billion-dollar company, the world is not just your own town, your own city, your own state, your own country, but to be global. And even though you might not know someone who's in your business, or you know someone personally who's global, in time you will. You'll see people throughout the whole world in your genealogy. It's inevitable. It eventually happens. Someone knows someone who knows someone who knows someone in another country. So you might be tuning in tonight saying, well, I don't have anyone in my business yet who's in my organization in another country, but it will and can happen. But we also have the global bonus pool, where 10% of the company's weekly volume, and I'm not aware of any direct sales or network marketing company that takes 10% of the weekly sales volume. That's 1/10 of the volume, including all the people from all the other countries, goes into a pool. And then everyone on this call, everyone in the company has an opportunity to financially benefit from the work of everybody, which is beautiful, which is unbelievable. So even if you don't have someone in another country, so having a global product is huge. Now, the challenge with having a global company is this: product, inventory, shipping, tariffs, distribution. It is so difficult. You have a manufacturer, let's say in the States or Canada, whatever, to ship something to Asia, or ship something to the Philippines, or ship something to France, right? It is, I don't know about you guys, but I think if someone wants to type in the chat, I mean, the cost of a stamp, right? Now, I think I'm dating myself, but I remember when stamps were 13 cents, right? I mean, maybe less a stamp. I think a stamp now is what? If someone can type it in there, how much is a stamp? Someone's going to do it. Someone help me. How much is a stamp nowadays? So shipping is a lot of money,
5
right?
cents.
And then you're also dealing with the issues of tariffs and taxes, shipping overseas, shipping things, so on and so forth. So you got an inventory. Wow, Dave, got 82 cents. Wow. Imagine if you're shipping a whole bunch of product. Now, listen, products are always going to be part of our industry. Products are crucial. We will always have the cutting edge, in my opinion, best products from our incredible mists to our incredible energy drinks, to our protein shakes, to our shape and burn. And we'll continue to have products, which is a great foundation. But the wave of the future is digital. Digital. Why? No shipping. Get it in an instant, right? Get it, ship it, have it anywhere in the world, right? It goes viral quickly. So what do? We come out with, in my opinion, probably the best wellness product in the world that's clinically proven. You don't have to give someone a powder or a pill or patch or whatever and think there's a placebo effect of what there's going to do for them, even though it does help, right? But we've got something that is scientifically proven, neuroscience, 2 patents. You don't get a patent without proof. $51 million of research, 79 professional sports teams, over 2 million surgeries done with our products. So you take NuCalm, right, for everything from stress to calmness to sleep, right, to mood to feeling better, right? All these incredible health benefits, in my opinion, it is the best wellness product in the world, in the absolute world in terms of wellness. And we're taking that and we have the exclusive marketing rights to resell NuCalm for less money than NuCalm. You can't go to Amazon and say, oh, hey, this company's selling olive oil. I'll go buy my olive oil for less money over here, and so on and so forth. You can't go find NuCalm for less money than you offer it for. And there's no company in the world that offers 30 days to try it with a money back guarantee. No one does that. No one absolutely does that, which is unbelievable. Okay, so here are some things. Now, that's our first digital product. Our second digital product is the mobile app, which you're going to find more and more. I think it's any day that mobile app's going to be both on Apple, and that mobile app's also going to be on what do you call it? On Apple and on Android, right? So when on those two products, you're going to see so much use of a way to build your business, to communicate with your team, to communicate with prospects, to follow up with people. And again, what does XosialX do? They make the mobile app. They brand it. It's a XosialX mobile app, and they make it commissionable. Commissionable. All these companies that have apps, who's making all the money? The company. They take this app and they say it helps you become commissionable and it helps you qualify for a check. So now you've got two products, right? By far, possibly the biggest announcement ever in direct sales, which is NuCalm, changing lives. The retention on it is off the charts. I mean, the amount of people who are retaining and staying in that product and loving it is incredible. Then you've got a commissionable app, and what they're about to do any day, which is the university, in my humble opinion, could be the largest announcement that has ever hit the entire industry. And that's going to be providing training. But let me get into some nuts and bolts of what this means and how it's going to work. So the world we're living in now, we've always known people pay for information, for training from the top trainers. I mean, Tony Robbins charges thousands of dollars to go to a weekend seminar, right? Eric Worre charges thousands of dollars. Whether the Jim Rohns and the Zig Ziglars and Les Browns and all the famous people in the world do that, right? So the premise is this: why not take the best of the best? So Mark Victor Hansen, right? Let me explain how big he is. Okay. He's responsible for over 600 million books. The only other book that has sold more than his books is the Bible. There's no one else. There's no other author. There's no other publisher. There's no other person. Mark Victor Hansen is world renowned for all of his books and what he's done. His database is off the charts from the top speakers in the world, whether it's motivational speakers, whether it's relationship speakers, whether it's financial speakers, whether it's speakers on how to save money, how to live better, health speakers. His database of people he knows, he just takes out his Rolodex and says, hey, we're putting together this university. I'd like to have you come on and be one of the featured speakers. When you guys hear the names, and they're not going to release the names, the celebrities, the people. These are people, their net worth in the hundreds of millions of dollars. But more importantly, they help serve people. They help people, right? This information that you're going to be able to get will be exclusive and priceless, worth thousands and 10,000 and maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars. People going out and taking courses for real estate or personal development or mindset or relationships or investing money, great ways to invest money. You are going to see the names of speakers to be able to say, you're already able to say names like Tony Robbins and people like Roger Love or people like Jim Quick or names like David D'Arcangelo and Mark Victor Hansen. When you see the list, they've already done 5 calls, and every one of those speakers are jaw-dropping. Not like, oh yeah, it's just so-and-so, someone's coming on to tout. Just priceless information. So what's going to happen is this university is going to be a sellable product, right? Where you're going to have special access through your app, right? To be able to go live and watch these presentations live, right? To gather information that can be priceless, life-changing, just unbelievable, right? We know this works. It's a huge work. If you go into ChatGPT or if you go into ask Google, what's the average cost to go to a seminar? What's the average cost to see a trainer? What's the average cost to have a personal coach? What's the average cost to do things? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can share with you on a personal level. I know in my background, you see one of my bookcases over there, but in front of me, one day I'm going to turn my camera around. I have an entire bookcase over here. When I got involved in direct sales network marketing, there were so many days that I wanted to quit. There were so many days that I just wanted to give up. But what kept me in at the time, and again, I'm dating myself, but this was the day of the cassette tapes. Remember the cassette tapes? I know the younger people probably don't even know what a cassette tape is, right? They used to spin it around, you put in the thing, and then they went the cassette tapes. No, it was an 8-track tape. Actually, David, when I first started, I used to buy an 8-track tape and put it in and watch it on a VCR, right? And then it went to the cassette tapes, and then it went to the DVDs, right? And now it's YouTube, right? Now it's other things that are out there. But what's going to happen here is this is a monster, multi-billion-dollar industry. But what makes it so special is the names that are going to come here. You're going to be able to say yourself, you're partnering. There's people that are involved that are coming here that are part of this organization. So from a personal standpoint, I could share with you, it changed my life. I think anyone who has reached any level, like today, I listen to Warren Buffett. I listen to something every day. I just do. I make it a point in my life. I just turned 60, so Warren Buffett has a bunch of, if you go to YouTube and listen to Warren Buffett, he does everything like, hey, once you turn 60, do these things. So information is knowledge. It's powerful. There's nothing more about it to get you into a state of just understanding and personal development and changing your mindset to understand business. But not just that, training how to succeed in business, how to succeed in network marketing, how to take action steps. So it's not going to just be about your own personal development and mindset and coaching and all those things. But there's going to be so much specific information to help everyone succeed. The blueprints of success, whatever your goals are, setting goals, whether you want to use them for your personal life over here. I don't want you to underestimate. This isn't like a YouTube video. This stuff is the inner vault stuff. This is the stuff when we're going to be on live, eventually with Zooms with tens of thousands of people watching these speakers. There are going to be speakers lining up because who we're associating with. What it means to you too is it's going to help you in terms of your own personal development, whatever part of your life you want it to help with, whether maybe health, relationships, right? How to write better, how to speak better, how to grow a business, whatever you are looking for in your life, this can help you, right? But plus that, there's going to be training on the business, which to me is incredible. So what they've decided to do is, yes, you can, people who are not interested in an app or the university, they don't have to do that. They can just do NuCalm. That's awesome, right? People who just want to do an app, want to focus on the energy drink and focus on the mists or focus on the protein shakes, great. People who just want to do the university, that's it. Just can come in and do the university. All three are great products, but what they're going to have is they're going to have called the All Access Pass for less than $100, which is embarrassing to say, oh my God, you're getting NuCalm, you're getting an app, and you're getting this private access to this university, right? Which is going to be, when you see it, you're going to be mind-boggling to run an entire business, personal health, an app to communicate with your team, to prospect, a CRM, a way to follow up, and this training, this university with so many things, and I'm not doing it justice, for less than $100. By the way, it's a complete tax write-off. A complete tax write-off. There is no shipping charge. It can go to anywhere in the world. You're not taking one, you're not taking two, but you're taking three products, you're wrapping it up in a business, and you're providing it to someone to say, wow, for $99, I get all of this. I can't take my wife out to dinner for $99. I mean, unless we're going to maybe McDonald's. I mean, this is insane, right? And it's fully qualifiable and fully commissionable. Let me say that right. This helps you qualify for commissions, but more importantly, it also is commissionable. It's a digital product that will go viral. We've already seen what's happening with NuCalm. NuCalm's going viral. People are getting unbelievable results. People are beginning to love it. It's just, we knew that it's happening, the growth. What Stu say, we're growing like 35% a day. When we had this pass, when people said to me, my thoughts on NuCalm, I said, NuCalm's amazing. To me, in my 35 years, it's the best product I've ever seen. That if I was to sit down with a blank piece of paper and say, what would I look for if I was to launch a company? Hey, if I could find a company that I don't have to buy a bunch of inventory, I don't have to worry about product expiring, I don't have to worry about shipping, I don't have to worry about tariffs going to other countries, completely digital, have within seconds, provide a 30-day money-back guarantee, less money than anywhere else. No one in the world can copy it. There are knockoff products, but nothing with the documentation, the neuroscience. There's nothing out there that is even close to what we're doing. It's impossible to copy, right? To take that alone. The only downside that I would say with someone is, from a business standpoint, it's a little bit more of a slower burn. The good side is someone's not spending $200, $300, $400 a month on products, right? But for $42, it's a slow burn. It's the penny a day, right? Nothing wrong with that. No one has ever said that this industry or XosialX is get rich fast. It's not a get rich fast company. So when you have a $42 product, it takes some time to grow. It takes some time to build. Now we've just gone from a $42 product, and we've added the app, which brought us to a $52 product, right? More CV, commission value for those who are building. And now we're adding in the university, right? And you get all three in a bundle. for under $100, right? Watch what happens when you have a $100 program. Watch the money fly. Watch the incomes that are made. Watch what happens. We've seen it before, right? With products like Excel Communications, right? Excel was a telecom, right? The money was crazy, became $1 billion company overnight because they didn't have to deliver a product, right? Their whole shtick was it wasn't a vitamin or a soap or so on and so forth, right? Legal Shield. I'm not sure who's familiar with Legal Shield, but Legal Shield to this day, they're crushing it. Because again, it's a digital type of product. No one again has what we're having. So I think there's so many things that are happening over the next few days, few weeks. I think you'll be blown away. And of course, we have our 30-day money back guarantee. I believe when people see who the trainers are, when we're all here, you'll get goosebumps. You're going to sit there and go, oh my God. We're talking about celebrities. These aren't just, hey, pulling people. These are the biggest names of the biggest names in the world who are going to be partnering, not only for partner, but participating in this university. And it's going to be life-changing. So I definitely want to open it up for some Q&A, and I'll do the best I can. Let me undo this. I'm going to go over here and do a gallery so we can see everyone over here. And I am happy to answer questions that people might have. And we see a lot of new faces that came on. This call is packed. And I am here. If you have a question, you can raise your hand or unmute yourself, and I will do my best to answer the questions. And was I an echo for everyone? I know, Joan, you said I was echoing. I hope I wasn't echoing. No, I wasn't echoing. Thank you. Hey, Debbie, Debbie has a podcast, and David and I did a podcast with Debbie a few weeks ago. So good to see you. Thank you. Your podcast was a lot of fun, and we did a NuCalm podcast. So that was awesome. So if you're uncomfortable talking in public and you prefer to type your questions in the chat, you can definitely do that there. I do want to share while we're doing that, as Stuart said, do not worry. If you paid for the annual NuCalm, you will be taken care of, right? There will be a special for you, right? If you're already on NuCalm, there's a way they're going to do things. So as XosialX always does, is there's nobody who's going to be hurt ever, ever, ever. So all that information is going to come out, and you're going to absolutely love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I think it's if we all were to sit around to mastermind and say, what could we do in the world we live in today, this crazy world, and it gets crazier, right? Just turn on the news. I don't need to tell you, just go watch the news, right? We are more divided, more politics, more war, more everything. It's crazy out there, right? Who doesn't need NuCalm, right? Who doesn't need, a university to really get us back on track in terms of feeling good, so on and so forth. Okay, any questions for everyone? I either did or okay.
Mike, I have a comment.
Yes. Go ahead.
Oh, Mike, in the old days, and I go back 45 years in the business, we made most of our money when we had a higher priced product because it attracted that type of person that was in that category.
Correct.
But with our product now, it's higher priced, but not in the old days, we were selling $200-300 stuff
Correct.
to get going. And that's when in this industry made more money than selling low price products. And that'll
Correct.
be the same with this product. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I think there's always a give and take between. I love the reason I actually joined this company 11 years ago because of the low price product. I got into a point where I was really I felt as though I was making money off of people, not with people. I think the sweet spot is $99. I think that's not a lot to run a business, to give everyone an app that they can build with, a tool that they can build their business. That app alone is worth $100. It literally is, right?
Yeah.
The speakers that we're going to have is worth tens of thousands. Like if you were to go pay to see these speakers, it's off the charts. We're not talking about speakers that are just, picking up random people. I know that I know some of the speakers because I think Stuart accidentally gave me some of them, and I can't tell you. I just would hope that I've earned your trust to know that they're massive. This is like, are you kidding me? And some celebrity names that are huge. Remember, success breeds success. And you've got Mark Victor Hansen. The person who's behind this is Mark. Mark Victor Hansen is the guy who's running this. Okay. Mark's the man. I mean, this is his lane. This is, success leads to success. And Mark is the one who's really spearing home. We are just on for the ride, which is incredible. I think that now listen, when I say 99, we just changed our shipping so we can ship to anywhere in the world, right? The ultimate goal is to still, as Adam did a great job explaining about, if anyone didn't watch the video of Adam talking about how Netflix was originally, mailed and eventually went to streaming. I didn't get it until I watched it the third time. I'm like, oh my God, you're right. I used to have Netflix. They used to mail the red envelopes, and it was a big business, but it was a shipping, mail it back. Remember that? You had to go back and put it back there, and then it come in the mail, and you did that. And then streaming became unbelievable. We've taken wellness, and we've taken wellness to the world. I mean, it's insane. I mean, I'm watching the numbers every day. I mean, there we're probably close to 60 or 70 countries. Every day I'm looking at a new country, a new person. It's going as viral as you can. I mean, everyone on this call is mostly from the US, right? So we're blessed to have the wellness products right now, which is to me is the best of the best. Our mists, our weight loss products, our shape and burn, just incredible mists. But the goal is to take those products and other products and ship them throughout the whole world. That's why we just changed our vendor for shipping. We now have one warehouse with everything that can ship to all countries. So imagine as that's going there to be able to ship our products throughout the whole world, which is just incredible. So
Yep. The $99 makes it easy, fun, simple, magical, and
yeah,
duplicatable. And that's it.
yeah. I try not to talk about money too much because there's a lot of reasons people are here tonight or here in this business more than money. And money is not as important as community and friendship and love and relationships and being part of something, so on and so forth. But in our industry, money, the scoreboard is people making money. When the money starts going, it gets viral and exciting, and the tide rises everyone, those who are engaging, and you're about to see something get crazy. Because what will happen is this will go viral and it gets exciting. We saw a part of it with CBD, where I see some faces here. You witnessed what happened with CBD. It was almost like, it went nuts. But again, you had to worry about CBD showing up in a gas station or shipping CBD or a country not allowing it in. This is digital. This is quick. You don't have to worry about shipping. You don't have to worry about customs. You don't have to worry about a country stopping it, right? And they're working on so many things. I always like to give tidbits of information. I always tell people I like to give some information so you want to come back next Monday. They're working really, really, really hard on accepting crypto and paying in crypto. Not going to be a crypto company. We're not selling crypto, nothing like that. But a lot of countries use crypto very, very big. I don't use crypto to pay for anything, right? I don't even do crypto, right? But there are people who do, and they recognize the need for global explosion, and that's going to help bring a lot more people in. So that's going to be part of it over there, which is big. The $99 you said tax deductible, share more. Yeah, 100% tax deductible. Yeah. If you go buy a book, you go to a seminar, Steve, you go to a training, any kind of personal, anything you're doing to improve yourself in terms of your business that helps your business, unquestionably a self a deductible out there. Your app to work the business is 100% deductible. NuCalm is probably not deductible. You're probably, I don't know, I guess it would be a gray area. I would assume that an accountant's not going to tell you your NuCalm is tax deductible. But the bundle, I would just, I mean, I know what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm not an accountant. I would say talk to your accountant, but I know for me, I'm telling my accountants $1,200, $99 a month. $1,200 is coming off my taxes as a write-off. I mean, I'm going to say it's going to be for my personal development, training, building the business, so on and so forth. I don't think, but I'm not an accountant, so you can deduct out the cost of, what do you call it, if you wanted to do that. So, but it is a deduction. Anything that Uncle Sam is now, same thing with nutritional products. If you're consuming the nutritional products, it's not a tax deduction. If you're sampling and giving them away for free, that does become a tax deduction. That's a huge thing though, right? But not what you consume or use. I can't give the names. Someone asked that over there. I'm sorry. Siltra Silk, yes, it's incredible. That product is you could start an entire company with the Siltra Silk on its own. That product will go globally, will be everywhere, which is unbelievable. Okay, any other questions? Any comments from anyone?
Great job.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Anyone at all? I know we just hit the half-hour mark. I always like to stay on and make sure every question. Go ahead.
It's Deb. It's
Hey,
Deb
Deb.
out from Ohio. Hi. I just want to say big kudos to you. I have been on every single call since you started these Monday nights, and I have learned every single Monday night, and so is my too. So I just wanted to thank you so
Oh,
much
thank you, Deb.
for everything that you do and taking your time and explaining it to all of us too.
Yeah.
It takes from my downline, they have said how it takes the fear away. They're comfortable with you. So kudos to you, buddy. I love you.
I love you too, and I appreciate you, Deb, so much. My vision is this call to have tens of thousands and to grow in a very big way. Maggie, I'm going to come to you 100%. A little bit of history. So back in the early 90s, there was a company called TPN. It stands for The People's Network. Anyone know it? Remember TPN?
Yep.
Jay, you know it, TPN, right? Anyone know who Jeff Olson is? Eric Worre, those ring bells? Jeff Olson?
He used to be in the business with them.
Yeah. So they started the People's Network, and similar concept, but I went out and had to buy a satellite dish, and little satellite dish. It was huge. And I had to go outside and hook the satellite dish up to my TV screen. And this was before the flat TVs. These were the big, huge boxes, right? And I had to sit there and keep on shining the satellite to the exact location to be able to watch the People's Network, right? Now we're doing it through your cell phone. The same concept years later through your cell phone with speakers that will blow you away at a much more, the People's Network was thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. If I told you how much I spent on training tapes, you guys would say, what were you doing? I sat there and spent so much money because I wanted this so bad. And I wanted to quit so many times, but I said, I don't want to work in corporate America. I want to be financially free. I want to get better. And I knew that I had to read books, which I didn't prefer to do because I don't enjoy reading that much. But I just plugged in and plugged in and plugged in and kept on ordering tapes and listening to things and watching things and so on and so forth. And I would say that the success I had was because of the information that I listened to years ago. And now we're going to provide this with the best of the best as part of a university. And let me also say, the university might not be for you. You don't have to do the university. This is just an optional thing. This is your choice. This is how you want to build. There are people who are building a business just on auxiliary. I have a bunch of people on our team that are just out doing booths this last weekend, just selling this energy drink, and they're having a blast, right? There are people who just want to focus on NuCalm. You can pick your lane, right? You can pick it, but I can tell you from a company standpoint, their flagship is they don't want to argue why my energy is better than your energy. They don't want to argue my weight loss, my GLP-1 is better than your GLP. They're just tired of it. It's brutal. I didn't get results. I didn't lose weight, or oh, I took the energy drink and I got a headache. You don't have to, it's hard, right? Digital, trust me on this. Digital is the way to go. You're running a business. This is the best of the best of the best. This is going to become self-evident. The people that get involved in the beginning, if we could have went back and looked at all the things, when we first saw our very first cell phone, we're like, what is that? If you could have profited from that, right? Look at all the things that we've seen. AI, right? I mean, AI is taking the world by storm, right? Network marketing, direct sales, whatever you want to call it, on the digital product, and you take three of the best and you combine them and you put it into one for a $99 program. The money that's going to be made for those who engage is people are going to see this and they're not going to even, and let me say this politically correct. They're not going to get as excited about the product as they are about the opportunity. A person's going to say, I can get involved in a $99 program. The bonus, the cream on top is all these amazing products, but they're going to see the opportunity. It's a matrix. There's a world global bonus, so on and so forth. Just put your seatbelts on. This is launching any day, and you're ahead of this. It seems as though it's the perfect storm that's just getting better. We saw it with NuCalm. NuCalm took a little bit. NuCalm took some months to get crazy. Now it's insane. Now, I'm telling you guys, another time I'll bring you to my back office. You'll sit there and look at the thousands of people coming in throughout the world, and they're getting doctors and medical doctors and the results and so on and so forth. It's off the charts. Okay, I know, Maggie, did you have a question? Go ahead, Maggie.
Deal. Regarding digital, NuCalm.
Yes.
Do you know anybody who has used it when they had dental work done?
Me personally, yes.
What did you
Now,
do?
let's talk about that. So I know that Callie Butler just had an
Right.
implant done, and she posted that.
And I asked on that post, she
Yeah.
had something behind her here also.
Yeah,
And I asked her and she never responded.
yeah, it could have been a disc. I think NuCalm sells some discs. I don't think it's a really big seller of theirs. It might be something we do down the road. So what I'm a big fan of, Maggie, is I love AI. I'm an AI junkie already. It's crazy what it is, or it's kind of like, so what I like to do is I just go into my AI or go into Google, and all the surgeries for like if you go to YouTube, right? And because I like to verify things. I don't want the BS. I don't want the hype. I don't want the,
Right.
I couldn't see, I took this pill and now I can see again. Or I couldn't walk, I took this pill, now I'm walking again. I weighed 500 pounds, I took this. I don't want that crap. I just don't, right? So if you go to YouTube and just type in YouTube, right? Just type in NuCalm
Okay.
dentistry. Just type that into, go to YouTube, right? You
Mhm.
can do that right now as if you're on a computer. Type in YouTube dentistry, right? And you will see dentist after dentist after dentist after dentist who are using in their practice, right? And you'll see patients going through major surgeries who, after the surgery, they interview them. These are not people selling NuCalm. They're people using NuCalm. There are dentist offices out there. The other thing is I want to share is there are places that when I first got in there are places that you can go that people go to pay like $100 for an hour to sit in a massage chair and
Right.
listen to NuCalm. I'm like, what? Really? And they do it all day long. So I like to deal in factual stuff. So I want to say out of the 2 million surgeries that were done, I'm gonna hypothetically think most of them were dentist surgeries. No one's
Okay.
going in and having bypass surgery or having, stuff like that. We're talking about things to bring their state of calmness down, right? Bring their fear down, right?
Right.
Bring their blood pressure down, so on and so forth. So dentistry is a massive thing. When I've seen that some things, I watched all these different dentists who come in there and say, yeah, we use it in our office. But not only why they use it, they tell the stories. They tell I watched Jim Poole talk about dentistry. You know, my wife has been in hygiene for she retired years ago, but they say if you're a dentist in Washington or Seattle, right, you get the highest likelihood of committing suicide
Right.
because the rain in Seattle and people don't like dentists because of dentistry. And then the way that Jim Poole explained when someone's getting their tooth pulled out, that they're literally extracting something from the bone of your jaw and what they're doing, how much discomfort is, and the statistics that you can look up and say how many people don't go to a dentist because
Right. Of the
of
pain.
in fear. In
Mm-hmm.
fear, Maggie, in fear.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people here saying, I can now do this. I can get myself into a state of relaxation to get myself here. I can tell you I had a procedure done. It was not a nice procedure. It was actually a very horrific procedure. And I did NuCalm.
What did you do? Because
Uh,
I'm going.
yeah. I
What did you
asked,
do?
so they came in to prep me and I took mine. I bought these. I used to be I used to do the ear things. I used to do these. I don't know. I would always have like one of these behind my ear, and I thought these were cool. And I used to look at everyone at the gym saying, "What are they doing wearing these things? Those things are lame." Now I realize these things are cool. I was the lame person. Not that you're lame if you're still doing earbuds, but I switched once I got this because now I love these. I take these to the gym, and the nurse came in to prep me. And before the doctor came in, I said, can I listen to this? Do you mind? And he said, nope, understood. And I put rescue on. I did the VT. I closed my eyes. I've tried in my life everything. I've read books about meditate. I can't meditate. I don't know whoever can. It's the hardest thing in the world. I sit there and I say, don't think, don't think, don't think. And I'm thinking that I'm not thinking. I can't meditate. So I've tried it. I've got books all over about it. I am off of it. My mind is racing, just crazy. So this was this thing where I just put this, I didn't do anything. I just put it
Did you
on.
put things over your eyes?
I didn't there. I did not, and I just closed my eyes there. I didn't bring a mask, but I probably should have. I did not bring a mask. But
So there were no injections?
for what I had done,
Yeah.
I didn't go to a dentist. I went to something else. I went to a urologist. It was not a
Okay.
good procedure. It's very
Yes.
not a
Well,
good not a good thing.
I am going. I've grown up in a dentist
Yeah.
chair. I mean,
Yeah.
I've gotten to the point where I don't like it anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done being the good sport.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try this, but I don't
Yes.
know if it's gonna be now or I have to, I'm starting the process next week. It might be a year, springtime,
Yes.
but it's big. I have a lot of dentist stuff, and I'm gonna test drive,
Yeah.
and I want to know because
Try
I'm
it.
tired of the injections.
Correct. Try it. I 100% would say try it. Doesn't hurt. Alan, you're
I
right.
can try it, but I'm wondering who do you know anybody who's, I mean, Kali, I know
Yeah.
Kali Butler, but she didn't elaborate.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
I could say going to a dentist versus what I had done to me, if you could figure it out, privately you can call me, I'd have all my teeth pulled compared to what was done to me. So
Okay.
I just said urologist so you can figure it all out. It was
Yeah.
not a very nice procedure and it scared the crap out of me. And it was rescue, calm me down. I got through it and I was able to do that. It's great.
Wow.
Okay. I can do it big time. I put on the loop, can do triple power naps and VT40s. My fatigue issues, heart. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. The product's amazing, guys. It's off the charts. I mean, the more I read about it, when I read about just experiences that people have, I mean, I was just watching, I said the thing, I mean, we've got to be careful about making medical claims, but did you see the one I put out there about cancer and people dealing with cancer? That's huge. I don't know. Is Sandra on the phone with us over here? But yeah, you hear stories that people tell. Yeah. I don't think there's a better time in the world. If you were to find a product right now that was more important right now for the world we live in, it's probably NuCalm. If we can get more people just taking things down a notch, we can really make this world a better place that's out there, which is really good. And let us know how it works. Right, Maggie? Be a great story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Gonna
can
take
tell you, I
one.
don't do Novocaine. When I had cavities, I used to go in there do no Novocaine. So I don't like shots either. So yes, not a fun experience.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else?
Hey,
It's
Michael,
good to see USA showing up here, right? We're not going to let these other countries kick our butts. I'm not even sure if we have people in other countries. We love you though, right?
Michael, this is Ed.
Hey, buddy.
I just want to give everybody a quick heads up. Ever since, NuCalm came out, I've been using my old cheap JBL headphones.
Yeah.
But if anybody needs it, Amazon has a pre-Prime Day special right now. I just ordered a pair of Apple's brand newest, greatest ones, normally $549 for $349 for
Oh, that's
$399.
awesome.
It's $160 off almost.
On Prime, right?
So if anybody needs them, man, today's the day.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's good stuff. Yeah, yeah. Once you do these, I don't know, does everyone have things like this? I see Jay, you're wearing them, right? You're wearing something, Jay. I see that. I mean, I fell in love with these things. They're like noise cancelers. I take them to the gym, which is really cool. Awesomeness. All right. Any other questions about this? I know it's kind of like the emperor's robe right now when I talk about the university. And I know people want to hear me tell you some of the names, but I can't. And I'm usually not good at holding a secret ever. For those who know me, I'm awful at it. But this one I have to. We're no longer, this is taking us from little league to major league. This is really setting us up. We will be the cream of the industry. And what we're going to do for people is amazing. The community that we're going to do, the vision that we have coming all together. I mean, it's just priceless. When is the university available? Well, I think the goal, Alan, is this week. That's the goal. I just want to make sure everything's programmed. They've already recorded all the content. So all the content's, excuse me, the first 5 speakers there, and they keep on doing that. But the goal is sometime this week. So let's say safely next week. We'll say July 1st. So it'll be worth the wait. You know what I mean? It's a great time to do it. It's just awesome. Okay, anyone else? All right, guys, I love everyone. I appreciate everyone. I think we're all in for a really big surprise. And I appreciate your commitment to coming on these Monday calls. It's really good to see a good attendance. I promise you there's going to be many other speakers, many other topics, many other things. It's a great time. I hope you feel that this is a sense of community, because that's what it is. And as always, anyone can reach out to me. Just don't ask me who the speakers are, because I can't tell you. So you can reach out to me or anything else. All right, everyone. Have a great night, everyone. Bye-bye now.
Right.